Definitely the parts of Brisbane that I really enjoy, I've noticed over the years when I have painted them and I've come back and seen that they've gone or they've been knocked over, it's a really good feeling to realise that I've captured that in a certain way and I've created, I guess it's an artwork is like a mould that others can place their own experience into and um, become immersed in the process of memory that they are given and the memories that they have. So it's through my eyes, but they've got their own experience and I think people have seemed to enjoy the ability to bring their memory back um, through simple things, mundane things. So I think often the ordinary things in our cityscapes are things that really just stick in your memory. So yeah, I think it's definitely like a visual diary for me.
I find
Well, there's certainly there are some images that I like to repeat, and it's partly because I like to. If I choose a subject, it stands out to me in the first place, and then there are times when I think I could do that a little bit better. I might do that again one day, and the very reason why I've done it in the first place is just because I just like it so much, and it draws me to it. But a lot of the places that I paint, Margaret, are places that I that pass me by on a certain route that I'll take. So I might travel from point A to point B on a regular basis, and I always find myself looking at one particular part. And so those parts are the things that often end up in my subject matter. And I think it's just a simple matter of just revisiting lovely things that I like to look at.
there's a famous street in Brisbane, the Zigzag Street. Have you ever got lost in Zigzag Street?
Yep, I have because
There's a lot of old Queenslanders along in that street.
yeah, and it's something that yeah, it has history. But there's also places that people who've seen me do a painting of certain things, such as Prospect Terrace. That's an iconic kind of a Brisbane streetscape, and I get asked to do it over and over again. So I'll do commissions for people who've seen it happen before and they wish they had bought it but missed it, and they'll do it again. But I'll do it from another angle, or and I'll find another perspective. So I've confronted this a bit because there are so many times where you see places of Brisbane that, to some people, are quite, quite mundane and kind of ugly. They might be old and worn out, and they're happy for them to go. But I like weathered buildings, and I like old um, memory evoking places. So I do initially I get sad, and then I think, wait on, I can't worry too much about this, or otherwise I'd be constantly in anxiety. So I ended up I've changed my mind on that. So I actually think, well, I'm embracing the fact that things are always moving and they're dynamic, and it gives me an opportunity to sell more paintings because people realize this is happening and they want me to get in there and paint them. But yeah, so to answer your question, I do initially I feel a bit sad, especially if it's a gorgeous, delightfully designed Queenslander with all of the wonderful, the iron lace and everything about those places is built up, and once it's gone, it's gone. So it's hard not to feel a little bit sad.
Sad about it?
Yeah.